Hello, my friends in Orange County. This is Daryl Andrews, Coach D. Just doing a follow up to our journey session the other day. Remember, we don't call them trainings, we call them journeys. All right, because we said that diversity, equity, inclusion process is a journey, not a destination. And so I just wanted to say how much, again, a pleasure was to work with you. But as mentioned, we gave you some follow up type work to go back and look at your individual DEI understanding and implementation and things of that nature, and ask yourself what were some of the key points that was discussed during our time together that maybe you can go back and work on, personally enhance, and or share with your peers in a think tank format. Maybe taking some of the topics and say, hey, this was discussed in our session. We'd love to brainstorm with this with you to see if we can learn some things together to be able to enhance our DEI efforts here in Orange County. And so we covered quite a bit. We talked at length about DEI from the inside out, and that diversity, equity, inclusion is an inside job, not an outside job. We talked about how um, we all have so many things in common on the inside. We have heart, we have lungs, we have livers, we have minds, we have mindsets, we have families. On the outside, we have families, we have friends, people we love. And there's so much of an emphasis on the outside, but very little understanding of the commonalities that we all have that make us all special and in some ways bonded in some ways as a people overall. And so, we our motto is let's focus on the inside, not the outside. And then we went into length talking about the significance importance of staying the course with our efforts. A lot of times, folks, I shouldn't say folks, but things kind of not go in the direction you want them to go in because of a lack of a continued and sustained. Remember, we talked about this effort. The thing that makes these programs work and systems work is effort, continuing to work at it. And then we also talked a lot about accountability and importance of doing things like that. I don't want to go over every detail, but these are just some of the things that we talked about and how we need to create accountability systems to help us move the needle in our departments and in our organization as a whole. And then we also talked about the DEI diversity, equity, inclusion 3M framework, the mindset, the motivation, and the memorization, and how mindset was really steeped in growth mindset when it comes to DEI. All right. And that it's important to have a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset. All right. We talked about that at length. And so that was an important aspect. We talked about motivation, how motivation is really the why. Why do we do DEI? What's the importance? How does it benefit us? How does it benefit us as an organization? And we talked a little bit about the Deloitte study. Now, Deloitte showed all those different organizations that have been benefiting on the people level, on the organizational level, on the process level, on the systems level, on the culture level by doing effective DEI. And so there's a lot of great research out there that proves that it works when done right. And a lot of people benefit from it. And then we talked about memorization, which is the culture of the organization. And that's ultimately the goal, where DEI goes from a thing that we do to who we are. And when it's who we are, we don't even think about it. It's almost automatic like a system. I shared the quote with you. We don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. So it's my hope that you'll take this information and bring it together uh, and with the goal of enhancing the efforts of what's taking place with the Office of Equity, but also with the goals of the county to make this a best practice, not just in Orange County, but throughout the state and maybe nationally. So that's all I got. I don't want to give you a lot. Just want to keep this under 5 minutes. We're at about 4.5 right now. If there's any questions, reach out to me at info@coachdspeaks.com. Info@coachdspeaks.com. I'm available to you. Family now, even though I do have my Eagle shirt on. We talked about that at length. And we look forward to seeing you the next time. And next time I see you, I really hope we've made tremendous progress in this area because what I witnessed was a beautiful, beautiful group of people. Take care.